My Lancaster is both historic and hip. It has its bones back in the 1730s when it was initially created, yet it hasn't been afraid to move ahead.
We're a city. We really are a diverse metropolis now.
My Lancaster has great architecture.
My Lancaster is a visually eclectic and stunning city.
My Lancaster is a place of great warmth and welcome.
My Lancaster has the best soil in the world.
My Lancaster is a place of diversity.
My Lancaster is a great place to live.
My Lancaster is the place where American history comes home.
Something else that's great about this city is that it's very accessible. It's home to the nation's 22nd busiest Amtrak station, a short drive or train ride from DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, or New York.
For us, it's the ability to have a multitude of small family farms very close to us, raising pastured livestock, organic and chemical-free produce, working at conservation methods and being good stewards to their land.
Whatever you have is fresh. You dig it and sell it right away, to eat right away.
Central Market, right across the street from us here at the press room, is an unbelievable resource for homes as well as professional kitchens.
If you're feeling bad for a day and Market's open, go to Market. You'll feel happy again.
In 20 minutes, you can be either on the countryside in a farmland, riding a bike, or hiking along a beautiful stream. I mean, it's a great place to be.
Lancaster is a great source for history. Whether it's a straight history museum you want to visit, whether it's historic houses you want to tour, whether it's historic cemeteries that excite you. We've got churches from the 18th century that are remarkable buildings that really stood out then and they stand out today.
In the 18th century, we were at the edge of the civilized world.
That's really why the Conestoga wagon becomes this remarkable instrument of transport. It was needed.
Just in the immediate area of the square, the Iroquois Indians met in 1744 and negotiated the Treaty of Lancaster.
President James Buchanan and U.S. Representative Thaddeus Stevens, two of the best-known politicians of 19th century America, walked these streets.
Well, there are probably a few contenders for most famous Lancastrian, but I think probably the most famous would be Robert Fulton because of his steamship technology.
Charles Demuth is Lancaster's most famous artist. He was born and raised here and painted the majority of his over 1,000 works of art here in his studio in the Demuth Museum.
A century before, though, Jacob Eichholz, a portrait painter.
There are more artists making art in this city per capita than almost New York City. We have a thriving gallery scene on Prince Street, which is now expanding, and it's such a great ecosystem for visual artists to find places to exhibit and for people to enjoy their work.
There are times of day in Lancaster where the quality of sunlight and the blue sky and the red brick becomes just utterly painterly.
Brick is to Lancaster what Adobe is to Santa Fe.
If we start at the monument and we walk only one block, north, east, south, and west, we will discover 14 different styles of architecture.
One of the things that's really charming about Lancaster, and special, I think, too, is in the wide range of artistic offerings. So you'll have everything from Broadway caliber musicals to puppet shows.
I'm really pleased to live in a city that has such a vibrant music scene. When I'm not working, it's great to know that I can step out to one of the local venues and hear all kinds of different music.
We have one of the biggest green infrastructure programs in the United States.
We brew and beer here, distill our own whiskey, make our own chocolates, roast our own coffee. I mean, all of that happens within the 4 miles of this city limits.
We really have been attracting visitors from all over who are doing their little coffee pilgrimages. We are one of the stops on the map now.
Lancaster is a very walkable city with over 100 restaurants, over 160 places to shop, almost 100 museums, arts institutions, galleries, all within 4 miles.
It has the culture of a big city without the hassle.
Lancaster is cool because there's always something to do.
Every morning when I wake up, I am grateful to be a part of this beautiful, beautiful city and this wonderful community.
Come to Lancaster to see all the art.
To hear the music.
To see all the shows. To meet new people.
Come to Lancaster, it's a lot more than just Amish.
I do have a chicken on my head. I'm trying to be as pro as I can. My Lancaster produces the best at...
My Lancaster, small city, big surprises.
Make my Lancaster your Lancaster.